Alright, so we finally unlocked X23's potential, and we're going to be able to test her out at level 70 and level 80 today. However, the thing I want to highlight here before we get into the testing is that basically she wasn't given a lot to work with, and at the same time she was given the most to work with, and I'll explain what that means in just a little bit. But we have to start off with what she wasn't given to work with, and that is her rotation. Her base rotation, if you want to make her proc friendly, is going to be a 3 cancel 4 delay cancel 5. You're going to 3-4, and then as soon as she slams the ground, you do a 5. Now that's really cool, but that's only going to get you about 66 hits. And just to confirm, we're going to reset the combo. We're going to preview the combo. Remember, I just got 66 hits. All right, what is the AI going to get for us? Instead of 66 hits, they're going to get 64 hits. Okay, so best case scenario, right? Best case scenario, maybe you get about 67 hits, right? But best case scenario, you're going to do 3-4, and then boom, as soon as she slams down, you're going to do 5. As you can see, it's just not very many hits. So giving her a CTP of energy, trying to make do with good chain hit damage, it's really not going to work very well, unfortunately. They just did not give her a lot of hits. Now, the good news is she has guaranteed crit rate, so she can work with the CTP of Rage. The bad news is she's not very good for the game modes where a Rage CTP can be utilized because she doesn't have even 3 of the ABX abilities. She has bleed, or she has silence and paralysis, but she doesn't even have burn. So she has 0 ABL abilities and only 2 of 3 ABX abilities. We've been getting full ABX kit characters since like Christmas 2021. That's like 3 years ago. So there's really no excuse here. In any event, I'm going to briefly show you what her damage looks like with a 140 proc. This is just, there's really nothing else. The web immunity and the poison damage is meaningless. So it's just 140 proc. Both at level 70 and at level 80, so you guys can see what that looks like. So this is a quick test on stage 54, which Dakin, by the way, was able to complete. So let's go ahead and see what the awakening skill rotation looks like. We're not going to need to be here for very long, folks. She also isn't that proc friendly. Here's the other thing. Like, you can try to make it work with a proc, but she's not even that proc friendly. It's gonna be difficult. You can see the damage here is barely you know, barely usable here when she procs. Okay, you get maybe 2 bars. Okay, I think we missed our proc there. She's not even very proc friendly, so maybe this is not even worth really showcasing. I do like to try, unless the character is like so painfully obviously not proc friendly, but honestly X23 is maybe she's not proc friendly at all. Maybe this is like a 5 out of 10 or a 4 out of 10, and I'm stretching it. I think she's like a 5, maybe a 6 out of 10 for proc friendliness. It's definitely more difficult when you have her awakening skill up because there's so many hits right at the beginning. You can see she could probably barely do this. If I hit all my procs, she could probably barely do this, but man, like, what's the point, right? What's the point? She's so bad. It's actually so bad at level 70 here. So, okay, whatever. 90 seconds, she probably would have got that done in 90 seconds. That's like the absolute bare minimum, right? It's embarrassing. So, okay, that was just an absolute mess. Let's take a look now at level 80. Let's go ahead and not transcend her potential, but you know, get her potential up to level 80. Did waste a lot of gold, I noticed yesterday with Beta Ray Bill. We're in the 600 millions now. I mean, I still have way too much gold, but I know that these also take a little bit of gold. They take like 10, 20 million. So it's pretty interesting. I'm really glad, honestly, something that I don't really talk about, that I moved away from the 10% method a couple of years ago, and I moved exclusively to the 100% method. If you guys don't know, the 100% method is worse for bios and tier 4 and like tier 3 materials. It costs a bit more on average, but it is on average cheaper for gold. Like, it uses up less gold, and it uses up 0% of your sanity, which is really nice because I don't have a lot left. So yeah. The rest of the build, I didn't really show you guys before, but the rest of the build looks like this. It's nothing crazy to write home about. It's just a bunch of 5-star, 4-star Uru, rank 4 type enhancement, not that it matters. Overdrive instead of Power of Angry Hulk, but you can go for Power of Angry Hulk, that's fine. No artifact, and then like I said, that kind of crappy 140 proc. Her uniform is mythic. The optionals are pretty good. You have Gwen, Hela, Professor X, Luna, and Scarlet Witch. So you have a couple of old ones here, but these two especially are very, very good. So I'd say it's all right overall. Remember, she has guard break immunity, and she also has ignore dodge, or guaranteed dodge, excuse me, so that's quite nice. But yeah, that's what the stats look like. Pretty much everything is capped, with just crit rate and crit and dodge being a little bit off of 75%. That's fine. All right, just for consistency's sake, for this first rotation, I'm actually going to cancel everything into 5 to make sure that we don't miss the proc. And you know, I don't want to have like a bad showcase or whatever. I don't know what I was trying to do there, but that didn't work. Okay. That's nice. Okay, I landed that proc. That's pretty good. Again, remember how Human Torch was one-shotting? I think we always need to contextualize some of these reviews with like more recent stuff, and it's like, yeah, Human Torch was one-shotting stage what 60 of gore. I can put X23 in a similar situation so you guys can see just how sad the damage is by comparison. But okay, she's gonna get here in about, I would say, 45 seconds. It's like 50 seconds, but I screwed up one of the rotations. I missed one of the procs. It's about 45 seconds. So it is like twice as fast. So she does like, that is good, right? That is good. But if we just want to compare to a gore stage, now this is 65 of gore, not 60. So it's a little bit higher, but it's very, very similar. I just want to show you guys what the damage is going to look like. Okay. All right. So instead of a one-shot, she did about 4 bars of damage. Let's see the follow-up rotation where I didn't miss the proc. Okay. So 2 procs in and she's done 9 bars of damage. I don't know about you, but this doesn't really feel like a one-shot to me. Just call me crazy, right? But again, this is a 140 proc, not a rage. So, okay, that's fair. Let's go and give her a rage. I really want to try to make Laura work, so we're going to give her a mighty rage. I honestly think the devs did her kind of dirty. Maybe if I overbuild her a little bit here, the devs will realize the error of their ways. We have completely max stats. We have just about 70,000 physical attack. Let's go back to that level 65 gore stage and see how she can do it. Not that we're going to get a lot more hits out of the rotation, but now we don't have to worry about canceling too early because we have the rage proc. So everything happens kind of at the same time. And we get 7 bars of damage. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So we do probably about 4 or 5 bars more than we had done before. But yeah, okay, he's at 9 bars, he's at 8 bars, he's gonna go into this thing here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the bad news for you guys is this is not a 1-shot, it's not a 2-shot, it's not even a 3-shot. This is probably at best, I don't even know if this exists, but it's at best a 5-shot. Which I don't, yeah, again, okay. You can see her targeting is good, but her AoE is bad. The targeting is good because even though I started the 5th skill when he dashed, she was able to continue targeting him. But you guys can see, like, again, Human Torch one-shotted the first phase. He was done the whole fight by now. With a regular judgment. This is a minute in and we're still not done. Just for comparison's sake, I want to show you guys what this looks like. Alright. Yeah, okay. Alright, okay, not quite a one-shot, but let's start to contextualize her damage, right? These are 2 level 80 characters released within a couple of months of each other. She's got now a mighty rage. He's got, I believe, a regular judgment. So his build is the same or a bit worse than hers, right? I'm rank 3,000 for him. For Laura, I'm rank what? 1,000. So I have a better build in the grand scheme of things, and I have a better build in my opinion. And he's doing like 3 times the damage that she's doing, right? She did about 9 bars in the first rotation. He did about 20 something bars, right? He did at least double the damage, if not triple the damage. What about simply the stage 25 of Jean? Can she do this? Like, I need something here. This is really kind of tragic. Okay, it seems like she can do this pretty handily. All right, cool. Again, there's way better options here, but she does have the agility tag, so that is something to, you know, highlight, because not every character has the agility tag. However, stage 25 of Jean is not that difficult, as you can see, so maybe there's no way. I'm not telling you to build Laura, okay? This is one of the easiest skip uniforms ever. I'm just telling you, I'm just like, I don't want to end the video with this like depressing, like she's half as strong as Human Torch, and you didn't tier 4 Human Torch anyways, kind of thing, right? And the thing is, she's tanky, at least, right? She is tanky, because we know she has that healing factor. She has guard break immunity, so she does have that going for her. However, her damage is pretty toilet tier. So unfortunately, yeah. The problem is being tanky, as helpful as being tanky is, and don't believe me, it's helpful. You don't actually do damage for being tanky, right? Like there isn't a part of the game where if you can tank the damage, then it deals extra damage to the boss, right? There's no kind of mechanic like that. So yeah, this is just an abject failure. They need to like at least give her 50% more damage. Yeah. I haven't seen a single piece of content, and I've been looking. I've been talking to people who have her tier 4, right? I've looked for content. A brilliant Rage 6-star artifact. It's not her artifact, but okay, sure. Tier 4, you know, X23, and I have not found a single piece of evidence to be like, yes, this is a good character. So yeah, unfortunately at tier 4, I don't think it gets much better for her. Not an alternative to Luna for ABX, ABL. Not really, not needed at all for any content. Not good for PvP. And that's it. That's the whole game. Like, she's just not useful. No supportability, no leadership. Like, she's just straight up not useful. This is probably one of the worst. This might be the worst level 80 I've ever reviewed. This is worse than Echo. Echo at least has the supportability and the leadership. You know, she always has that. X23 has nothing, literally nothing. I think you're looking at the worst right now in terms of value. You're looking at the worst tier 4 in the game. Besides Cyclops, well, Cyclops has a leadership and a support. She might be the new number 1. I don't know why they did this. Anyways, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching the video. Smash the like button if you enjoyed the content, or smash the thumbs downs if you didn't enjoy the content. And I'll see you in the next one. Tier 4 beta ray build.